Hello everyone, welcome to a video that has spawned from me not being able to sleep and suddenly remembering that Hunger Games simulation website thing from God knows how long ago. So years after that trend was well and truly dead and buried, here I am, and happy Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in their favour, because I am not going to die or have to fight for my life. I am President Snow in this situation, overlooking all these people, and I've just realised this probably would have been a much more enjoyable experience for me if I used characters I hated. Instead, I've done the opposite, and I'm going to witness, 23 of my favourite characters die, but one will still survive, so that's nice. But yes, in case you didn't know, if you're not aware of the Hunger Games series in general, basically, two people from different districts that make up the world have to all go into this arena, fight to the death. It's kind of brutal. And yeah, very successful books, very successful films, as I'm sure you know. I would be very surprised if you didn't know at least the basis of the Hunger Games in terms of the event itself, rather than the characters and stuff involved. But yeah, I thought, why not, just for the hell of it, it's a different kind of video, and because I can't sleep, why don't we battle it out with some of my favourite characters and shows that I've reacted to. That's kind of helped me narrow down who I've gone for to select. There are 12 districts being represented, 2 people in each district that are going to be trying to survive whatever this arena is, and trying to make it to the end. It's a last man or woman standing kind of deal. I've called it the Battle of Williams Cinnamon Rolls, as you can see at the top there. And yeah, this is the reaping. It's basically just telling us who's involved. And yeah, I narrowed it down to shows I reacted to, and then just 2 of my favourite characters from that particular show. So each district is a show that I've reacted to on the channel, and then I've picked some of my favourite characters from there. And before we actually properly get into it, I should go through all the districts and introduce my cinnamon rolls that will be dying today. But yeah, District 1 is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and we have Fitz and Gemma. I've also had to try very, very hard and take a very, very long time trying to find decent square-ish shaped pictures of them all online to put into the simulator. Some of them have worked better than others. I think Gemma's been done a bit dirty there. But yes, we have Fitz, Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons. Definitely my 2 favourite characters of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm sure if you've seen my reactions, you know I'm a pretty big fan of Fitzsimmons. Best fictional couple of all time, in my opinion, and Fitz is my favourite fictional character, so we've put him in District 1, right at the top there. So that's those 2. I'm rooting for them, as I'm rooting for them all really, but hopefully at least one can make it to the end, please. Although that would mean everyone else I love dying in these districts, so basically I haven't thought this through. But anyway, District 2, also known as Team Buffy, is Willow Rosenberg, who of course we know I love, and I always put Buffy in there. I was very tempted to throw Oz in the mix, or even Tara, but I mean, I say it because it's completely randomly generated, anything can happen, and she probably will be the first to die now, but I was thinking, you know, Buffy would be bloody good in the Hunger Games. I think she would probably get through it alright. She'd probably be the last one standing, but we'll see what this randomly generated simulator has in store for her, but I thought we'd throw her in there as well. And the only square-ish picture of her I could find was her in her graduation gear, so that's why that's there. District 3, aka Team Angel, we've gone for Fred and Wesley. We know Fred is my cinnamon roll in Angel, and I also adore Wesley and how his character's developed over the years, so surprise, there he is. District 4 is Team Doctor Who. We've gone for the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, who is my favourite Doctor, so I thought we'd throw him in there. And Clara Oswald, played by my future wife, Jenna Coleman. That's not true, sadly. No chance in hell. But I really like Clara as a companion, which I think she kind of splits the fandom, I believe, but I'm very much in the camp that Clara is wonderful and incredible. So I've thrown her in there. And I actually like the dynamic between Eleven and Clara. I'm just going to say it. I really enjoyed them in Season 7B. But how will they fare this go round? I mean, if it's a really bloody good simulator, if 11 gets killed, he'll just regenerate into Peter Capaldi. But I doubt they've kind of thought of putting that in there. But what an Easter egg that would be. Either way, we'll see how they fare. District 5 is Team Once Upon a Time. We've gone for Henry, my son, my boy, my child. Hopefully he will survive the night. But you never know. I feel like Henry could be like the underdog out of all of these 24 characters we've thrown in the mix. We'll see. And then also I've put Pan in there because he's my favourite villain from like one of my favourite arcs on the show. He's awesome. And I'd like to see how devious Peter Pan would be in the Hunger Games. But watch him fall down a pit and die now. Anyway, District 6 is Team Sex Education. They should probably workshop the name, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be lasting longer than a week. In this time in a week, they'll be dead. Or one of them will survive and be emotionally scarred forever and unable to get over this whole experience. So it doesn't really matter what their team name was at the end of the day. They won't be remembered for that. But we've gone for my two favourite characters in the show, Maeve and Jackson. Adore them both. So we'll see how they get on. And then the second half, the other 12 of our poor unfortunate souls. District 7 is Team Walking Dead. They've both been done a bit dirty with how they've cropped the image, but we have Glenn, who is my absolute favourite Walking Dead character, has been from the beginning. Miss him terribly. Absolutely love Glenn, but it's great to see that Stephen's doing so well outside of The Walking Dead. Another character I miss from Walking Dead, Rick Grimes. I rewatched the show with my dad recently, and bloody hell I forgot how great Rick is as a character, so I've thrown him in there because he's shot up my list of favourites since I've done that rewatch. He's absolutely badass. So, 2 survivors in an apocalyptic world. They're probably used to this kind of shit. How will they fare this time around against all these other folks? We'll have to wait and see. District 8 is Team Titans. Should be Teen Titans, really, for the pun, but it is Team Titans. And we've gone for my absolute favourite character in that show, Gar. Ryan Potter's fantastic in that role, one of my favourite DC characters, and he does such a great job bringing him to life. I doubt he has his powers in this Hunger Games scenario world. If any of these characters did have their abilities, whatever, I think it would be a much more interesting fight, but they'd also stand a much better chance. So unfortunately, I don't think Gar is going to be able to turn to a tiger or a snake, etc. Because that would probably help him out a bit, but we've put him in there. And also Donna, I've thrown in there Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, also love her. District 9 is Team WandaVision, my favourite of the Disney Plus shows that we've gotten so far, so I thought I'd shout them out. Wanda in her absolutely badass costume for Scarlet Witch, and I've also gone for Agatha. No shade to Vision, Vision's great, but Agatha kind of, took the world by storm with the greatest song of all time, and I absolutely adore that character and hope we see her again very, very soon. So I've put her in because she could be quite devious, and if she wins, we have a great Agatha all along joke that we can throw in there. So there we go. District 10 is Team The 100, which is a show that certainly had an ending, but these are my 2 favourite characters from that show. Jasper, if you've seen my reactions, you know. I loved Jasper from the beginning, such a tragic arc for him, but Devon did such an incredible job with that character. Absolutely loved him. And Raven I also loved from the beginning as well. Pure, unfiltered badass, super clever as well, and such a great survivor. Again, these 2 kind of live in a post-apocalyptic world, so could they have what it takes to make it through the Hunger Games? Let's find out. District 11 is Team Game of Thrones, and these 2 have come out remarkably well in terms of how the images have cropped. But yeah, we've gone to these are my 2 favourite-ish characters, I suppose. I mean, I love them both. We have Jon Snow, who is my favourite character in Game of Thrones, and Daenerys Targaryen, who is also very much up there. Top 5 for sure, maybe even top 3, since I've kind of been rewatching and everything. So, will they get a better ending than Game of Thrones Season 8 gave them? We'll have to wait and see. I'm of the unpopular opinion that didn't mind Game of Thrones Season 8 and how it ended. It was rushed, but I didn't mind where they went with it. But maybe, one of them at least will have a bit more justice in people's eyes in this Hunger Games. Then finally, District 12, last and by no means least, Team Shadowhunters, another one of my favourite shows. Bloody loved reacting to that. It's one of my favourite shows to react to. Since I started early Season 2, I got into it. And Sam and Isabel, They're my favourite couple in the books, my favourite characters in the books, so to see them come alive in that show, also fantastic. Simon is definitely up there as one of my favourite fictional characters of all time. And Alberta Resende, couldn't ask for a better Simon, couldn't ask for a better Isabel in Emerald either. Taken from me far too soon, far too soon. You just get them together just as the show's taken away from me, so I was cursed to not get to see them in full live action the way they deserved, but at least we got there somewhat at the end. And yeah, they're fantastic characters, absolutely love them. And yeah, they kind of filled the final slot, the final district, last but by no means least. And again, there were so many shows I could have put in here, so many different characters. Maybe if I'm ever awake at 2 AM again some other day, I'll throw some other people in there. But for now, those are the shows and the characters that we've gone with. And these are our 24 unlucky participants, our unlucky tributes. Oh, hello, my phone's excited about this. The unlucky tributes that are performing, I say performing, that sounds horrible, taking part in the Hunger Games today. They will be fighting for their lives, for their survival. Some of them may be teaming up, form unlikely alliances between districts. Sometimes people from the same district will just stick together and try to survive. People may just turn on each other at any given moment. So we'll see what happens, what they have in store. Again, this is completely randomly generated what's going to happen, so I have no say in how this all plays out, sadly, although also I'm kind of relieved about that because I wouldn't want to pick between all of these guys because these are 24 of my favourite fiction characters, so I'd rather not do that. But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued to see how this is going to go. And yeah, this is the first time I've actually gone through the simulation with these guys again after I record this initial one, which is going to be the video, the first one I do. I could do this again and again with the same characters and every outcome's going to be very different. But this is the definitive version of how this plays out with these guys. So yeah, we have the reaping completed. We have our cast of unfortunates. Now we can proceed. So let's go. So the Battle of Liam's Cinnamon Rolls begins. This is the bloodbath, which is basically the opening salvo. As soon as they're all thrown in there, there's like a, if you haven't seen it or read it, there's like a little bit in the middle of the arena where they all kind of start that has like weapons, food, medicine, etc. So you can risk kind of running to get that, or some people will just run into the forest or whatever's surrounding them, and not risk kind of getting up close and personal to people too quickly, where if you just miss out on grabbing a spear and someone else beat you to it, game over for you really. So yeah, as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Happy Hunger Games, folks. Henry gathers as much food as he can. Well, good for you, Henry. He's a smart boy, so I'm happy about this. Wesley runs away. That's also a smart move. I think if I were really in the Hunger Games, I too would run away. So yeah, Wesley runs away. Glenn also runs away. Rick finds a bag full of explosives. That's very in character, so I'm happy about that. Fred retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Wow. Just the image of Fred holding a trident is everything to me. Right, Agatha also runs away. I feel like she'd just risk going for it, but I'm not in control of the situation. Gemma runs away. Are you kidding me? Literally the first one to die? I want to refresh this bloody thing. Pretend it never happened. Well, come on. That's absolutely just rude, isn't it? Of all the people... I mean, I didn't want any of these folks to pop their clogs, but Willow first. So Willow, unfortunately, cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. So yeah, kind of heavy, the Hunger Games, if you hadn't noticed. I'm so mad about that. I can't believe it. First to go, one of my absolute favourite characters. Ugh. Okay, Gar grabs a backpack, not realising it's empty. Oh dear. Isabel rips a mace out of Simon's hands. While they're in the same district, you think they'd kind of team up straight away. Also considering they're a couple, but well. I mean, you do you, Isabel. I think, to be fair, it probably is more so the fact that Simon grabbed it first. Isabel was like, Simon, you're going to be useless with that. You will kill yourself with that. Give it to me. I know how to handle that. And he's probably like, fair enough. So that's probably how that goes. The 11th Doctor rips a mace out of Jasper's hands. Again, that's probably not quite in character, but it's a simulation, and poor Jasper. At least, you know, he hasn't killed him for it. Oh my goodness. Now this is an alternate ending of Series 8. This is what people feared might happen in Season 8. Daenerys kills Jon for his supplies. They're on the same bloody district and she's betrayed him. My goodness. I mean, that is... I think I chose the appropriate image for Daenerys there for this whole thing, if this is how she's treating Jon Snow. Bloody hell. I'm sad about that. I feel like Jon could have gone the distance if this was a real event. He's a bloody good fighter, but... you know, probably too busy gawping or brooding. So yeah, Daenerys is savage, apparently. She killed her own other, like, member of her district. Like, the very first thing, like, this is within, like, the first minute of the Hunger Games starting. She's killed the other person from her district for his supplies. Well, I hope they're bloody good supplies. I hope it's just a badge saying I win automatically. So that's brutal. Damn, Daenerys. I'm kind of sad about Jon going out that early. Not as sad as I am about Willow going out this early, but brutal. Okay, well, it's already going better for Daenerys than Season 8 did, so I guess she was like, not this time, pal. I'm going to be the one to kill you this time. Jackson finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver, so Jackson has become the Green Arrow, or Hawkeye, whichever you prefer. We can enjoy them both, so no debates, please. Maeve runs away, fair enough. Raven grabs a shield, leaning on the cornucopia, so she's got something to defend herself with, which is excellent. Pan, Wanda, Donna, and Fitz share everything they gathered before running. Okay, so maybe there's a little alliance forming between these four, potentially. I doubt it will last for very long, because obviously all four of them are from different districts, so we'll see. Buffy runs away from the cornucopia. Clara falls into a frozen lake and drowns. I regret this already. I mean, since I love all these characters, losing any of them isn't going to be easy, but they've not pulled any punches with this opening salvo. Like, this isn't even the end of the first day, and we've lost Willow, Jon Snow, and Clara, all just dead in the first, like, minute of the Hunger Games. However, we must simply move on and proceed. I can't believe this. Okay, so now this is probably day one. That was just the opening, like, mini battle of escapades of everyone trying to run away or gather stuff. So we've already lost 3 people. There's only 21 left. Day one's only just starting. Oh, wow. Henry sets Jackson on fire with a Molotov. So I guess Jackson's probably also now down. Damn, he didn't really get much of a chance to shine. But good for you, Henry. Henry's off to a very good start. I was saying earlier, like, maybe he's the underdog. I'm gonna put money on Henry. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna put money on Henry being the underdog. Because I said it at the start. He instantly he found some supplies or something, didn't he? He grabbed some supplies and then ran, and then he burnt a man alive. I'm so proud. But yeah, there's that. So probably F in the chat for Jackson. But good for you, Henry. Oh, wow, this is an upset, but also not entirely an upset. Buffy, Agatha, and Fred get into a fight. Fred triumphantly kills them both. So Fred has got blood on her hands. She's got 2 people dead already. And she killed Buffy and Agatha Harkness. I'm very sad about those 2 also going out this early. But I'm also happy that Fred survived that. So that's a bittersweet kind of feeling. But that's 2 big names out already. So damn, that's probably that's like 6 people. Already dead. Damn. Donna discovers a river. Well, that's nice. You can get some water. The 11th Doctor sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. That's probably quite right. Quite wise, I would agree with that. Maeve severely slices Rick with a sword. Okay, you must have caught him sleeping or something, because Rick Grimes does not go down like that. I'm assuming Rick's also going to die from that then, unless he gets some medical help from a sponsor or something, sending him some medicine, or he found some medicine. But damn, Maeve, also savage. Wanda searches for firewood. Isabel pushes Jasper off a cliff during a knife fight. So is Jasper also dead? Okay, Isabel's also not messing around. I'm kind of happy about this though. Gar, Fitz, Raven, and Gemma raid Daenerys' camp while she was hunting her fellow district mate. So while she was busy killing Jon Snow for his supplies, these guys have all teamed up and they've raided her, maybe taken some stuff back. So obviously we have Fitz and Gemma who are from the same district. So are they going to turn on the other two that they've temporarily sided with? We'll have to wait and see. Glenn constructs a shack. Well done, Glenn. Wesley sprains his ankle while running away from Simon. I mean, Simon's a vampire. Normally you're quite good at dealing with them, Wesley. I don't know why you'd run, but maybe you just don't have a stake on you, so that's fair. Pan receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Well, okay. Well, that's day one. Now I think it's the first night it will go into next. So before we get into the night, we have the fallen tributes. 8 cannon shots can be heard. So in the Hunger Games, at the end of every day, they'd fire like 1 cannon for every person that died during that day. So day 1, and we've lost 8 people already. So that leaves us with 16 people left. That's it. Damn, it really was a bloodbath. They named it aptly. So first to go was Willow. Then we lost John, Clara, Jackson, Buffy. That's a big upset, losing Buffy that early. Agatha, Rick, and Jasper. We can see everyone's status, so we can see how all the districts are faring. So, damn, that's Team Buffy completely wiped out after day 1. I mean, that is absolutely, definitely not going to be the case if this actually happened. But yeah, District 1 still alive. We've completely lost District 2 already. That's probably the worst performing district, and that is a huge upset. Fred and Wesley both still alive, Team Angel still alive, and Fred's got 2 kills to her name, so she's a serial killer now. District 4, we've lost one of them, we've lost Clara, but the 11th Doctor's still out there. District 5 is still alive, but Henry's killed 1 person. District 6, Maeve's killed 1, Jackson is no longer with us. District 7, Rick, that's a huge upset, losing Rick, but Glenn's still alive. District 8 still fine. District 9 we've lost Agatha, which I must admit I'm very upset about. I wanted the Agatha all along joke to come through. Sadly not. District 10 we've lost Jasper, but Raven's still alive and kicking. District 11 Daenerys has killed 1, and the person she killed is the deceased one from her own district there. So she turned on Jon and killed him, which is kind of sad, but that's the way the Hunger Games crumbles. And then District 12, Team Shadowhunters are still alive and well, but Isabel does have 1 kill to her name. But some people are still pure and haven't had to kill anyone yet, so that's nice. But yeah, those are the 8 that we lost in day 1. I think now we move on to the first night, night 1. So, Wanda receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Daenerys is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Well, that's ironic. Of all people who should be able to start a fire, you'd think it would be her, but I guess she doesn't have her dragons in the Hunger Games, so there you go. Fred receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. No! No! Oh, Gar, my son. Donna kills Gar with a sickle. So that's another person that's turned on someone from their own district. What is with that? Normally when I've run these simulations, like, the people from the same districts have never ever turned on each other. So this is like the first time I've seen that. It's happened twice in the first day. So damn. Oh, sorry, Gar. I was kind of rooting for you, buddy. But Henry attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Oh, be safe, Henry. I've got 100 quid on you. Simon, Pan, and Wesley discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. I mean, you're probably all going to kill each other, aren't you? The 11th Doctor also is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Isabel and Fitz huddle for warmth. Well, an unlikely pairing, but it seems a new ship has spawned. So there's that. Oh, that might make Simon and Gemma a bit jealous. Will they kill them in a jealous rage? We'll have to see. Or are they playing each other secretly? I feel like Isabel could secretly be playing Fitz there and knife to the back. We'll see. But there you go. I mean, you've got to do what you've got to do to survive in these conditions. Maeve fends Raven, Gemma and Glenn away from her fire. So there you go. She's got some warmth and protection for the night. So no one died during the night, so that's nice. But now we are on to day 2 of the Battle of Liam Cinema Rolls. Simon, Pan, the 11th Doctor, Henry and Isabel hunt for other tributes. So Isabel and Fitz have parted ways after their huddle. Gemma tries to spearfish with a trident. Well, I'd like to know if you succeeded or not, but at least you tried. Daenerys received a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I don't think she even needs that. Fred, Maeve, Glenn, Donna and Wanda hunt for other tributes. Raven begs for Fitz to kill her. He refuses, keeping Raven alive. Well, damn. I mean, Fitz is good at that. I feel like Fitz won't kill him as he absolutely has to. Wesley tries to sleep through the entire day. Wesley, you're a delight and an absolute mood. I'd be exactly the same. If anything's going to kill me, it's going to be one of the animals, because I'll just be sleeping all day. So, we're coming into the night of day 2. We only lost one person today, so a bit less savage, but still kind of savage because it was someone turning on their own district mate. But again, someone has to win. It would come down to them turning on each other eventually anyway if they were the last two. Sadly, we've lost Gar, who is one of my favourites. So that's kind of sad. But yes, that's how things are standing. So the only thing that's changed since we last checked is obviously District 8 is now halved. And Donna has 1 kill to her name now, which is of course her district mate. So I feel like Donna and Daenerys could be forces to be reckoned with if they're already this early on in the Hunger Games willing to kill their partner from the same district. Now we head into the night. Fred receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ooh, Fitz severely injures Donna and leaves her to die. Fitz is a Gar stan, and he's like, I'm not standing for you killing him. So I kill you in return. Well, he said leaves her to die. We don't know if she actually has died yet. We'll probably get some confirmation a bit later on. But, you know, Donna could come back fighting from that and get revenge, which makes me nervous because, come on, Fitz, please. Wanda convinces Maeve to snuggle with her. Another new ship is dawning. I'm kind of here for that. Glenn starts a fire. Henry screams for help. Mood. Raven climbs a tree to rest. Wesley receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. The 11th Doctor tends to his wounds. Simon is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Pan is awoken by nightmares. Isabel defeats Daenerys in a fight but spares her life. Oh no! Gemma dies from thirst. Gemma, no! So young. Oh, Fitz is going to be devastated. I won't be surprised if Fitz doesn't last the next day now. Not without Gemma. But again, Isabel's also low-key coming through, I think. But I feel like she may also come to regret not killing Daenerys there, sparing her life. Daenerys did not give that luxury to poor Jon. Raven begs for Simon to kill her. He refuses, keeping Raven alive. Again, that feels in Simon's nature. Very much a Fitz in that I don't think they'd kill unless they have to. But again, this is a randomly generated simulator, so it might not stick to what the characters probably would do. Pan makes a wooden spear. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. Fitz receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, so he's going to get revenge for his girls dying. Glenn hunts for other tributes. Isabel injures herself. Oh dear. Wesley begs for Maeve to kill him. She refuses, keeping Wesley alive. Henry sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Smart. Wanda kills Fred while she is resting. See, again, if an animal doesn't kill me in my sleep, someone, if they stumble upon me, would also then just get me. So that's probably how I'd go out as well. Well, I'm sad about Fred leaving this early. It's like, what, day 2, 3? Daenerys makes a wooden spear, and the 11th Doctor sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Smart again. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. We've lost another 3. And so Donna is confirmed dead. So we lost Donna, we lost Gemma, and we've lost Fred from districts 8, 1 and 3 respectively. Let's see everyone's status, see how things have changed up. So this first top row here, only 2 of them left, just the guys left from this top row now. So District 1 is down and halved. Fitz has killed someone as well. Wesley's still alive. Doctor's still alive. Team Once Upon a Time, one of the few districts to have both still alive, I think. They're one of 2 districts to have both their members still alive. So there's that. We still have Maeve. We still have Glenn. District 8, Team Titans has been completely wiped out with Donna's death. Wanda's still alive. Raven's still alive. Daenerys is still alive. Nearly wasn't, but her life was spared. And then District 12 is one of the only other 2 district of the 12 to still have both their members alive. Will that change tomorrow? We will have to see right now. This is the 3rd night. So, Glenn fends Maeve, Isabel and Daenerys away from his fire. So Glenn standing his ground. I'll have to see it. And oh no! No. Oh no, Team Once Upon a Time, you're having an absolute nightmare this night. Completely wiped out. So that's just Team Shadowhunters now with both their members still alive. But damn, that's a double whammy for Team Once Upon a Time. So I've lost my £100 bet. Fitz has stabbed Henry in the back with a trident. I feel sad that my son has been killed, but he was killed by my favourite character full time, so I kind of have to allow it in these particular circumstances. But sorry, Henry. Rest in peace, my son. Raven kills Pan as he tries to run. So Pan is also out. Awful, awful night for fans of Once Upon a Time, losing both their attributes. Simon tries to treat his infection. Well, hopefully you'll get better. Wesley and the 11th Doctor sleep in shifts, so there's a little pairing between those two. I do feel like those two would get along quite well, actually. Well, I guess Wanda can't fly in this Hunger Games. Wanda falls into a pit and dies. So there's that. And now we move on to the feast. So that's basically where they started off. You know, when people would have grabbed weapons, food, etc. and went off. Now it's been a couple of days. The organisers of the Hunger Games have very kindly replenished supplies. And with memoirs from the tributes' families. So, you know, if you wanted a piece of home, you could also kind of risk your life to try and get a message from your mum or something, I don't know. So it is a risk to obviously go here, because it could just turn into another bloodbath. So Wesley's decided not to go to the feast, which is probably smart. Raven and Maeve fight Isabel and Simon. Isabel and Simon survive. So Team Shadowhunters, both of them still standing. But now, in doing so, they've wiped out Team The 100 and Team Sex Education. Raven and Maeve are both down. Oh, that's kind of sad. But go Team Shadowhunters, still standing. I'm rooting for one of Team Shadowhunters to win now, since there's still two of them left. That's very impressive at this point. Daenerys decides not to go to the feast. No! Fitz, no! I mean, you did kill Henry, so I guess it's just desserts, isn't it? Glenn throws a knife into Fitz's chest. I'm assuming that kills him. So that's kind of unfortunate. Glenn, you're going to need to make that worth it. I'm afraid you just killed the best character of all time. But, you know, you do you. So yeah, Fitz is also out, so Team Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is also wiped out. But you know what? Fitz and Simmons, you know, they're together again now, so that's okay. And the 11th Doctor decides not to go to the feast, so there you go. And now we move on to day 4. I can't remember how many are left at this point. We've lost quite a few people. I'll double check next time we get an update. Isabel discovers a cave. Wesley makes a wooden spear. Glenn kills Daenerys with her own weapon. Well, that's probably the weapon you used to kill Jon with, wasn't it? So there you go. So it basically ended the same way it ended with Daenerys before, but that's fine. She had a pretty savage run though, I will give her that. Instantly turning on her own district mate, just so she didn't finish last. That is some ballsy energy, and I did kind of appreciate that. The 11th Doctor goes fishing. Good for you. Basically in A Christmas Carol all over again. And Simon sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Smart boy. Right. Damn, we lost 7 people today. So, that was a long ass day, because losing Henry and Pan feels like a little while ago. But yes, we lost both people from Team Once Upon a Time. So District 5, completely out. We lost Henry and Pan. One fell into a pit, which is embarrassing. Raven and Maeve were killed fighting Isabel and Simon. Fitz was killed by Glenn, I think. Well, Glenn also killed Daenerys, didn't he? So maybe did he kill both of them? I can't remember now. But certainly Fitz and Daenerys are out. So I think that also wipes out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Team Game of Thrones, I think. Let's take a look. So Wesley's the only one alive from this first row. So yeah, District 1 and 2 completely out. Wesley's still about. We still have 11 alive. Team Once Upon a Time, Team Sex Education wiped out. We still have Glenn going. Oh yeah. Wesley and the Doctor haven't killed anyone yet. Glenn's killed 2 people. District 8, 9, 10 and 11 all completely wiped out now. So Daenerys' only kill was Jon Snow. That's hilarious. And then still looking extraordinarily strong is District 12, Team Shadowhunters. Simon and Isabel both still alive. Simon has 2 kills to his name. Isabel has 3. So I think Isabel's killed more than anyone else. And Glenn now has 2. I think he did kill 2 people yesterday, or during this day. So, you know, he's kind of stepping up his game as well, doing what he needs to do. So that is 1, 2, 3, for 5 people still alive. That's it. Damn. So we have lost 19 people, I believe. Only 5 remain, but District 12 is in a very strong position. I'm rooting for one of those two to go all the way, I think. But we'll see. So those are the fallen tributes. Lost 7 people. Let's see what happens next. Night 4. So this is only the 4th night. We've only got 5 people left already. Isabel climbs a tree to rest. Oh no. Glenn severely injures Simon and leaves him to die. That seems to indicate that Simon's dead. I think that's what that means. That seems to be what this is going for. So if Simon's gone, I think that's Team Shadowhunter down to just 1. But the 11th Doctor severely injures Wesley but puts him out of his misery. So Wesley's also dead. So I think we've lost Simon and Wesley there. So that leaves us with 3. That leaves us with Isabel, Glenn and the Doctor, I think. Damn, I'm rooting for Isabel, I must say. Oh no! I think that's it. I think this is it, folks. Glenn kills the 11th Doctor while he is resting. So, you know, and then the Doctor was busy from his kill. Like, I'll have a bit of a nap. So Glenn's done that. And Glenn didn't even need to do anything there because Isabel died of dysentery. God, what a way to go. After all that, Isabel, just the final hurdle, she came 2nd. Just right at the end. She didn't even get killed by anyone. Bloody Hunger Games. So day 5, that's one of the shorter ones that I've played, I think. I've normally got into a whole week before we've had a winner. But I'm pretty sure it was just these 3 left. 2 of them are dead. So Fallen Tributes 5, we lost Simon, Wesley, 11th Doctor and Isabel. So District 12 wiped out. And Team Angel and Team Doctor Who. So I'm pretty sure that just leaves Glenn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there you go. Glenn, 4 kills to his name. So he did kill the most overall. So I guess, in a way, a worthy winner. District 7. Yeah, District 7's the winner. Glenn is the last man standing. And we do have a winner of the Hunger Games. The winner is Glenn from District 7. So he gets to live and live with what he did. Of those 4 people that he killed. So yeah, 24 became 1. And Glenn is the winner. I mean, I'm not mad at it by any means. I mean, I love all these characters, so it doesn't really matter who won, because I love them all. But I'm happy that Glenn kind of came through there. I was rooting for Isabel, admittedly, but Glenn would have been my 2nd place choice, probably, because that character means a lot to me, so definitely would be rooting for him. So, this is the final rankings of the Battle of the Cinnamon Rolls then. So, the winner, 1st place, is Glenn, then Isabel 2nd, the Doctor in 3rd, Wesley 4th, Simon 5th, Daenerys 6th. So I think overall, Team Shadowhunters did, you know, if you count both of them, how they scored, they did very well. You know, 2 of the top 5 being from the same district is very impressive. Fitz came 7th, that's not bad. Maeve and Raven 8th and 9th, Wanda in 10th, Pan 11th. Then just in the top half of the scores, Henry came 12th. Then I'm afraid the losers to end all losers. We have Fred in 13th place. It is interesting, you know, Fred got 2 kills as well, which came that low. Oh, Fred. Gemma in 14th, Donna in 15th, Gar 16th. So Donna killed Gar and then immediately paid the price for it, 'cause she was the next one to go. Jasper 17th, Rick in 18th, Agatha in 19th, Buffy in 20th. That is one of the biggest upsets. Team Buffy, they did them dirty in this simulation. Jackson 21st, Clara 22nd, Jon Snow in 23rd. That was so savage. And then the biggest upset for me is Willow was the first to die, 24th and last place. Absolute nonsense. No way in hell. So that was rude. Very, very rude of this simulator to do that to me. And yeah, this is just a summary of everything. So day 2 was the only time I think we didn't have any deaths of any kind. So it lasted 5 days. So yeah, Daenerys was a savage. I feel like, in a way, Daenerys is the true winner, because that was a ballsy move for literally the very first minute of the Hunger Games. And she made it to the penultimate day, so there you go. But also shout out to Glenn, of course, for winning the whole thing, and then Team Shadowhunters for doing as well as they did, surviving for that long. So yeah, we've already gone through the rankings there. But in terms of districts, District 7 did come out on top. That is That's Team Walking Dead, actually. Oh, so they did do better overall. Even though Rick came 18th, I guess Glenn gets a lot of the points for placing first, so they probably just have the edge. Or maybe it's the winning district because the person from that district won, I guess. But District 12 did exceptionally well. That was Shadowhunters. Bottom of the rankings is District 2, which is Team Buffy. They got done so dirty. And then in terms of kills, Glenn killed the most with 4. Isabel got 3. Fitz, Fred, and Simon got 2. The Doctor, Henry, Maeve, Donna, Daenerys, Wanda, and Raven got 1. And everyone else didn't kill anyone, so they will go to heaven. But yeah, it is interesting. Donna and Daenerys, their only kills were their fellow district people, which is savage. But yeah, that was that, folks. But now I've refreshed it, they're all alive again, so canonically it's fine. Man, that is really quite something. But yeah, that is the Hunger Games, folks. Congratulations to Glenn for making it all the way to the end. For once. I'm glad it worked out a lot better for him than it did in The Walking Dead. So there we go. MVPs definitely Glenn, Simon and Isabel, and Daenerys for instantly turning on Jon. I feel very bad for Team Buffy. They could have done so much better there. But yeah, that is going to be this first canonical Hunger Games. I might refresh and do this again and see how it fares in the next one. And I might include a few clips of that. But this is the canonical ranking of how some of my favourite characters from shows I've reacted to have done. So yeah, if you had anyone you were rooting for the entire time, how well did you do? Very sorry to the Buffy fans. Please do not unsubscribe. I had no control over their fates, and I think we know if I had any say in this is the truth and pure proof of how crazy and uninvolved I am in this. The fact that Willow was the first to go, believe me, that would not have happened in a million years if I had any slight say in the proceedings. So yeah, damn. Congratulations to Glenn. Hope you enjoyed this. It's a very random, weird video. I don't even know if I'll even bother uploading it because it's a bit strange. But there you go. Feel free to search this up for yourself. Just type in Hunger Games Simulator. You can play it yourself. Take note, if you want to use pictures of people, it will take you about 3.5 billion years to get them all in. But I had a lot of fun with this, and I will probably give this another go right now. But yes, that is going to be everything for this. And yeah, bit of a balmy idea, but I had fun doing it, so that's the important thing. These guys certainly did not have fun doing it. Glenn is scarred for life, everyone else is dead. So I'm going to go and dig 23 graves and buy some therapy sessions for Glenn. But that's going to be everything for now, and until whatever I do next, thanks for watching. Okay, I've got a few highlights I think of my second go round with this. He's killed in the first minute because Agatha strangles Simon with the straps of a bag. Henry decapitates Wanda with a sword? Oh my goodness, Henry. Buffy questions her sanity. That is me right now making this video. Willow died during the night of day 1 instead of day 1 itself, so that's nice. A volcano erupts at the centre of the arena. Gar suffocates. Buffy pushes Pan into the lava. As Glenn trips over Gemma into the lava, he grabs her and pulls her down with him. Maeve pushes Jackson into the lava, turning on their teammates again. No, they're not technically teammates, but damn. Buffy throws a knife into the 11th Doctor's head. Now that is more like Buffy. Rick steals Wesley's memoirs. Damn. I mean, if Wesley's memoirs were from his dad, he'd probably thank him for that, actually. Oh, Buffy killed both of Team 100 in one foul swoop, and Fred bled out. Well, that's nice. Donna passes out from exhaustion. Mood. Rick threw a knife into Agatha's chest. Maeve strangles Donna. Ooh. Meanwhile, Buffy's just like, oh yay, water, while death is all around her. Maeve cries herself to sleep. Mood. Buffy questions her sanity. Mood. Okay, we are on to night 6 now, so this is lasting longer than the canonical one. Buffy accidentally steps on a landmine, as you do. Maeve won from District 6, so there you go. So close to being canonically the victor, Maeve, but unfortunately, that ain't the way the cookie crumbles. Buffy killed 4 people. That's my girl.